Oh man, stay tuned, boys. Stay tuned. Got big things coming. Big things coming.
Everyone say hello to Evan Verhulst, a 19-year-old who resides in Kansas City, Missouri, but is better known for being an Apex Pro player. How's a kid 19 years old already on a pro team, you might ask? His discoverability came up quick. He was playing one night in his dorm room on Twitch, and his fans kept shouting him out because he had this skill. And it was IMPERIALHAL, TSM's very own, who took recognition and rated his chat. Now, this aim is godlike. He doesn't miss a single shot. But to understand a cheater, you must understand the way a cheater cheats. Now, the picture to your left is an Apex character, Wraith, a fan favorite. And she's going to be our model of how Verhulst cheats. Verhulst is a controller player who relies heavily on aim assist. But Verhulst manipulates aim assist to hide and mask his aimbot. Now, this red rectangle that you guys see represents controller aim assist. Now, whenever you put your joystick within this hitbox, your aim slows down. And it's up to you to control the recoil, and it's up to you to stay on your target. And that's where the skill set comes. And controller aim assist helps by slowing down the aim, something that controller players can relate to. Now, in this next slide of Wraith, this is going to represent Verhulst and how he cheats in Apex Legends. Verhulst changes his aim assist settings and eliminates them. He now has a hit marker box that if he were to put his reticle in anywhere in between that box, it's going to lock on. It's not going to go anywhere. It's a guaranteed kill. You don't have to worry about recoil. You don't have to worry about snapping on. As long as you aim in that general vicinity, the person's going to die. So let's see Verhulst's perfect aim, shall we? So what we're going to do, we're going to eliminate the left side of this photo. We're going to drag our demonstration of how aimbot works over to the left side of the monitor. Now we're going to watch these clips of Verhulst and how his aim does not leave the hit markers in the small rectangular found on the opponent's chest. Now let's watch that exact same clip in slow motion. As soon as Verhulst gets in that hit marker box, it's not moving. In this next clip, we're going to be talking about the Havoc, arguably probably the hardest gun to control next to the Devotion. And I want you to see how the aimbot actually keeps his recoil inside the box.
Yeah, I didn't catch him in a sprint.
He didn't catch him in a sprint. I think Verhulst meant to say that he caught him in aimbot. Let's take a look at this clip in slow motion. Now, Verhulst did miss the first shot, but as soon as he locked in that box, it was dead to rights. Perhaps we need to see that once more. You can see the whole screen shaking. Try to control that recoil from leaving that hitbox. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pro gaming. Now in this clip, I want you guys to take a look at his reticle and the hitbox and how his aim assist bounces around like a ping pong. Doesn't leave the body perfectly in the aimbot's FOV. This next clip shows his aim absolutely snapping off and back on. Check it out. Snap. Did you see the snap? Right within the body parts. It does not leave that box. This next clip has to be my favorite. Now I'm going to throw in this letter U. Now this U is going to represent the reticle inside of the reticle. It's really hard to notice, so that's why I'm pulling this U on top of the reticle. And next, I'm going to request for the letter O. Now this letter O is going to be representative for the other reticle wrapped around the U reticle. And last but not least, I need the letter O. Now this O reticle is going to come right in between these two reticles. Ah, perfect. Now I can finally get my demonstration of how powerful Verhulst's aimbot is. Now the blue circle represents the space between the U and the red circle. Now let's remove the blue circle. Now I want you to take a look at the U reticle. That's going to pull all the way to the circle reticle because his aimbot is so strong. Let's watch the clip. You guys, the reticle of the U moves over so much that the camera starts shaking. It's aimbot lock. Now, if that wasn't enough, in this next clip, we're going to describe how his hipfire aimbot locks on to his enemy before he even ADSs. Right here, Verhulst lands in and he's in a hurry to get a gun, and we're going to take a look at his hipfire reticle. But before we move forward, I'm going to add the T-cross so you guys get a better look at his true aim. Verhulst's centering is not even looking at the target, yet his reticle wants to pull up to race upper left arm shoulder. Now let's roll the clip. Snap. He's pushing him, not even aiming at him right there. Boom, snap. The only thing that saved that rate is that he jumped, but there's no running away from this guy. This guy is meta. Now these next clips I'm going to show you, this is going to showcase his aim locking behind objects. So he's ADSing, and when he ADSs, you can see a snap, and that indicates of where the enemy is behind an object like a wall or a rock. Now these clips are going to happen quick. Perfect aim, and when he looks over, it locks. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Lock right here again.
Behind the left ball. The one on the right's behind the right ball, I think.
It locked several times, so his aimbot was perhaps messing up because it was really obvious. Lock. Let's snap right here. Snap.
No, he's
Snap.
behind the ball still somewhere.
It's just snapping all over. Now I had to slow down this clip for the fanboys because Verhulst is caught in 4K. Look at his reticle drop. Did you see that? It's a messy, whatever. Maybe he didn't update the aimbot. It's real snappy when the enemy's behind walls. You guys ready for the perfect aim?
Cracked him. He's one shot. I got him.
He's always one shot, Verhulst.
I think he's padding.
Now this next scene is going to be when he got raided by TSM IMPERIALHAL 5 months ago.
No way.
And he's losing his mind.
No way happened to Raven, bro.
So he
Holy
shakes off
crap.
the nerves. He's in a college dorm. And he finishes this game, but it's not till the next game where he turns it the fuck up. Now I'm going to let it play. You're going to watch perfection. No bullets miss. This was an audition for a 19-year-old kid in a dormitory to put a show on for 20,000 people.
Hal, thank you so much, brother. Holy crap.
Let me know what you guys think after you see
Dude,
this bloodfest of
that is so
perfection.
insane.
And as you can see, Imperial House chat
We're out of
is to
ammo
the
and
left
got
of his
that.
screen. The gifted, the tier 1, setup, hey bro, what type of mouse do you use? What controller, low-key frying. It's just unremarkable how anyone could think that this is actually real gameplay. And right when he gets off target, zoom, right up to that butt cheek, baby. Now for this rampart that he's going to be able to see through the walls, this poor person, man, didn't stand a chance. The only thing that saved it from immediate death was that the rampart, after getting shot, the wall barricaded from actually getting destroyed by him.
Dang, you went for the stick.
No, Verhulst, the only thing that's sticking is your aim.
Oh, I thought you died. I stopped shooting. I thought I killed him.
His aim cannot literally leave the bodies of his opponents. It's crazy how it goes from left to right. And it just blows my mind. Would you guys throw on your hacks if you have 20,000 people watching you?
Dude, everyone's just one shot.
No, Verhulst, you are one shot. In this particular clip, Verhulst turns up and locks onto an enemy. It's only body marker, and he tries to flick over to the other enemy, but it's guarded by the railing. He can't lock onto a body, and he goes back to 100% accuracy. This guy hasn't missed a bullet at all yet. If you had 20,000 people watching you as an open audition, would you turn on your cheats so you could be 100% accurate? Not miss one bullet? Shoulder to shoulder. You can't get off that character. And he has the audacity to call that Wraith a sweaty Wraith. He doesn't kill it because he runs out of ammo. Switch guns. Come on, aim. Get in that box, and it's in there. Oh, automatic. 100% accuracy. 100% accuracy when he's in that hitbox. This guy doesn't miss. Is he a prodigy? Or is he a cheater? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button either. Now keep in mind that when he switches over from the Volt to the R99, this R99 is known for its recoil and doesn't even have a stabilizer in it. Yet, 0 recoil. As DJ would call it, another one. 100% accuracy. With the R99 without a stabilizer on controller at distance. If that wasn't enough, how about him free falling from the sky and hitting 100% accuracy? The only thing stopping him is a block wall. Now this is my favorite clip. It goes up, and this is going to be his first shot he ever missed. It's only because the aimbot was recognize it. Now watch this snap. Zip. It's absolutely hilarious if anyone thinks this kid is legit. And Verhulst looks to his chat and he sees over 20,000 people watching him. You don't think he would be nervous for cheating?
Oh my god.
Just a cold-blooded killer. If you ever catch yourself in a gunfight 1v1 versus Verhulst, the only chance of you surviving that fight is a wall getting between you and him, because he's going to one-clip you every single time. His aim cannot leave the body. The recoil wants to exit the body, and it can't get off. The aim cannot get off the body. It's remarkable, man, how people actually think this kid is legit.
This last-ditch effort to run for the heat shield. You gotta respect it.
20,000 viewers, and he dropped a 19 bomb live on Twitch.
Not a bad first game after the Hal raid. Not a bad game.
This is pro gaming, y'all. This is professional gaming. This is what gets you signed to orgs, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this face that we're looking at after he wins the 17 bomb fight game is that someone from the chat asked him, how do you control your recoil so well? And this is how I know he's a complete psychopath with his response.
How do I control the flatline so well? Just lots of practice. Flatline kind of just came naturally with lots of playing the game. No specific methods that I could like put in the words for you, other than practice in the firing range.
You heard him, boys. It's not 8 hours a day. It's practicing the firing range. So when you do pick up a flat line, you hit 100% of your shots because you hit the firing range. But you know what I find most funny about all these clips is that after he just clutched another championship for Imperial Hal, now his aimbot turns off and the aim assist turns off, and he's jokingly shooting at his teammate. And again, there's no aim assist or aimbot on it. And watch how off his aim is. He can't even stay on the target, man. Oh, he got a little shots in. Come on, keep up. You can't. I mean, that doesn't tell you right there. I don't know. What do you guys think in the comment? But another thing I want to touch on, I showed a lot of his actual, fraudulent gameplay, but now we're gonna get to know Verhulst and how he got to this point, being a 19-year-old pro, self-proclaimed. It's not even self-proclaimed. He's actually a pro player signed by TSM. Now we're gonna go into the logistics of him and how he's got to this point where he's playing with the top players in Apex Legends. Now, I touched a little bit on his story of how he got raided by, Imperial House chat, and that's how he got a name for himself. But for the people out there that don't understand about the Apex Legends community, we're going to break into it, what the game is and who the superstars are. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Apex Legends has been out for a little bit over 3 years now, and it's really climbed the ladder as far as one of the best battle royales out there. But as far as streaming and the pro content creators out there, there's less than a handful who are legitimate superstars. Now, when you think of Apex Legends superstars, the two immediate names that come to mind is ACEU and IMPERIALHAL. It's safe to say that ACEU is the LeBron James of Apex Legends, known for undoubtedly his high intensity of skill gap between pretty much anything that comes in between him. And he represents the org NRG. Now, the second most famous one of the Apex Legends community is IMPERIALHAL, known for his ragefulness and his real skill level.
Basically in.
Bro, is that guy cheating? Like, what?
And he plays and represents for TSM. Now, you're asking, where does Verhulst tie into all of this? The 19-year-old kid, phenom if you will, prodigy. Verhulst got his lucky break when Halo Infinite was released in November. TSM had a roster of 3 members, and the third person that goes by the name of Snipe Down opted out of being with TSM and signed on to FaZe to join their pro Halo team. Now, Snipe Down was a prodigy nonetheless, but on December 31st, 2021, TSM reached out to Verhulst to replace Snipe Down and join the elite team of IMPERIALHAL, Verhulst himself, and the player named Reps, a seasoned veteran in the works of Apex Legends. Now, Verhulst right now, as of the day of this video, Verhulst only has 135k followers on Twitch, 34k followers on YouTube, and 42k followers on Twitter. Now, he's been with TSM for every bit about 5 months now. So when he signed back then, he was definitely a smaller streamer. So this org went out and got Verhulst based practically on his skill set alone. And just within these first 5 months, they won the Apex Legends Global Series.
Damn, another gold medal for the boys?
I will say it's a little lighter than my X Gamer one.
That's definitely true. It's definitely way lighter.
Unbelievable of what they've accomplished already with such a young team. But what if I told you that gold is really not gold? It was brought to you by a cheater. Verhulst is cheating.
And I was saying it earlier, online competitive gaming has never been this bad. It's fucking horrible. Everybody's cheating. If you're not blatantly cheating, you're like soft cheating. It's just disgusting, man. It really is.